Successful people will never spend money on these 7 expenses. Hello, future billionaires. Welcome back to The Wise Touch. When you think of what successful people buy, you might imagine flashy Maseratis, luxurious mansions, and expensive wardrobes. Yes, the rich have lavish preferences, but many of them are also quite conscious of their spending habits. The majority of wealth is not earned by chance. Instead, wealth is gained over time by making sensible financial decisions. What's the driving force behind all of their money and assets? In general, successful people operate differently from ordinary Joe. For one thing, they don't buy products that they think are a waste of money. They will strive to avoid material items that they do not require and will be cautious of any unnecessary costs. Here are 7 expenses that successful people will never waste money on. If you want to be a billionaire, consider cutting some of these things and following in the footsteps of wealthy individuals. 1. Lottery tickets, gambling, and get-rich-quick schemes. Yes, you cannot win if you do not play. But with such a small possibility of winning, is it really worth it? You have a 1 in 292 million chance of winning the Powerball jackpot. The chances are piled against you. A couple of bucks, here and there wouldn't harm. Money spent on lottery tickets on a regular basis may be better spent elsewhere. Take a look at the calculations. A Powerball ticket is $2. That may not appear to be a lot, but if you play thrice a week for a year and buy 2 tickets each time, you'll have spent more than $500. People who are successful do not rely on chance. They understand that putting in the effort will yield greater outcomes. Putting your trust in games of chance is a certain way to waste money and hours of your time. By working for what you want rather than wishing for it, you may avoid unneeded disappointments and costs. 2. Interest on a credit card. Using a credit card is handy, and it's easy to get into the habit of doing so. We don't check our accounts every day to see how much money has accumulated, and we can put off the penalties for many years. Although it is simple to swipe plastic money, you will not see wealthy people racking up huge credit card interests, since it is a waste of money. So, successful folks, what are your options? Transfer or consolidate your debt to a credit card with a 0% initial APR to prevent paying interest. Just make sure you clear your balance before the offer time ends. Once you've gotten out of debt, try to live on less than you make. You can develop wealth consistently without relying on credit cards or other non-deductible debt if you can discipline yourself to put money down regularly and systematically for your future. That's what it's like to be a billionaire. 3. Clothing, shoes, and jewelry that cost a lot of money. Not everyone who is successful and wealthy spends a lot of money on their appearance. They understand that it is not essential to spend a lot of money to appear nice. They receive the minimal requirements they require to exist while striving toward their goal of prosperity. They may spend a little if they acquire a large number of riches. 4. Bank charges. Banks, like other businesses, are in the business of making money. Therefore, it's reasonable that they would charge a fee for their services. The idea is that you have options. You are not locked into accounts with monthly maintenance fees or other bank expenses. To keep competitive, many banks offer no-fee savings, checking, and money market accounts or accounts with a lot of fees. To prevent these charges, look into what banks have to offer and discover what can work for you. 5. Impulse buys. Have you ever gone into a store with the intention of buying one item, but ended up with a cart full of items? Maybe you got a couple of extra products at the grocery store since it was BOGO. Perhaps you purchased designer shoes during a flash sale on your favorite apparel website. Whatever the situation may be, this isn't a wealthy person's purchasing habit. People who are successful are planners, and spontaneous purchases do not fit this profile. According to Leslie Tain, author of Life and Debt, if you want to replicate their conduct, you need to be far more cautious with your money. To cut down on your expenditures, Tain recommends becoming cash only. Use the envelope approach, she said. Carry only a specified amount of money to each shop. This method will assist you in staying on budget and curbing any impulsive buying or overspending behaviors you may have. Warren Buffett, the financial expert, has his own method for avoiding impulsive decisions. I insist on a lot of time being spent, virtually every day, just sitting and thinking. He was reportedly quoted as saying, "I read and think more than most individuals in business, and I make fewer impulse decisions." 6. Addictions. There aren't many successful people who have been addicted to substances, whether it's cigarettes, alcohol, or drugs. Addictions of any kind are avoided by successful people. They understand that if they continue to indulge in various forms of addictions, they will not be able to succeed. They try to avoid being hooked as much as possible, stay clean, and save a lot of money. 7. Extended warranties. Most of the time, a product's manufacturer warranty is sufficient to cover it. Instead of adding to your cost with an extended warranty, you'll most likely be able to buy the same item again after a few years of use. These warranties frequently come with a slew of terms and conditions that may prohibit you from receiving your benefits in the first place. So consider twice the next time a salesperson attempts to persuade you to acquire an extended warranty for a product. Successful people put their money into great assets and spend it wisely. I shared with you 7 expenses that successful people will never waste their money on in this video. If you learned something new today, give us a thumbs up and share this with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe if you do not want to miss our next interesting video that will inspire you to become a future billionaire. If you decide to change any of your habits from today onwards, write the words "change" in the comments, and remember, change begins at the end of your comfort zone. Thank you so much for watching.